recording. But that's what I was told anyway. So back to it boils down to we got to make our own dictionary.
Okay.
Point blank, no other ins, ands, and but. We got to make our own dictionary and make it the best we can. That's all. I'm gonna have to pick a team that we got down here. That I know that there's a team down here. Then also, uh, are we gonna make this just all Ponca, or are we gonna allow the Omaha to do it? Because Omaha never had no real published dictionary either. Is
I
they gonna make it strictly Ponca?
I think
The
adding
Omaha, they have a
Omaha.
online dictionary.
The online dictionary says the Ponca and
I didn't mean
Omaha
to interrupt.
dictionary, and we didn't give
Omaha
them
have
permission,
a online dictionary
and it's not
Do they have
Ponca.
an audio?
of some sorts.
Yeah, there's the audio, Christy.
They do.
If you look it up, but it doesn't matter. You're gonna learn Omaha. You're not learning Ponca. And my uncle Mark Swetland made that. He passed away. He was a full-blooded white man that was adopted by Grandma Elizabeth Stapler Lingay. She adopted him, and he made that deal. When you hear them recordings, when you hear that word, that's him speaking, and he doesn't speak with the right dialect anyway. He just never got it. Brilliant man, but never got the full dialect of the Omaha. Pull it up real quick, Connie, so she could hear it. Are you able to do that, Connie?
All right, give me a second. Yeah,
Okay.
give me a second. I'll get it on the internet.
I'm not talking bad about none of these people, but that's how we're going to sound. If you don't get these pronunciations right, you're going to sound like somebody that's just trying to speak the language. That's why I'm
Right.
telling you how
Well, like,
important it is.
so like I obviously I'm from Nebraska. I live in Lincoln, but I don't have a lot of, Ponca people, family and people who speak it around me. So for me, the struggle is hearing people speak it. So even if we had, somebody on making YouTube videos where they're just telling stories in Ponca, just hearing it would be helpful.
Connie posted a lot of my videos on there. I don't know if you got to look at them yet.
I've seen some of yours on YouTube. I was able to find some of those.
Oh, before I forget, is there any way that somebody could get a hold of Jonathan? Anybody know Jonathan Carney?
No, I don't.
He's the guy that's always on here with us, Chris.
Yeah, I don't have a way to. It's funny he showed up when we first started and you took that quick break.
Give me a
He
second.
showed up for like a minute and then took back off again. Didn't really say anything, so I don't know if something came up or what was going on with that.
Well, the reason I'm asking that is because he blocked me on Facebook and Messenger.
Huh, okay.
And so I'm thinking like he told me all he said was his name's Jonathan Carney. He just said
Okay, I got.
it was
Oh, sorry.
yesterday. He told me let me finish talking. He told me yesterday at 9:45 p.m. He said thank you on messengers and he blocked me. And I don't know why he
That's
blocked
weird.
me. We were friends. He friended me and I accepted it. And how I don't know. Like I said, I'm not gonna chase him down and ask him for forgive. I didn't do nothing. But the point is why would you do this all of a sudden? And I noticed the same thing you did last night too, Chris.
What's that?
That he was on for a little bit and he got off, and that's right about probably about an hour after hour and a half later he texts me. On here you probably can't see it, it's too lit, but let me see if I can turn this light on. And he just texted me this. Can you see it? Doesn't know.
Not quite. It's a little small, but that is really odd because he's been participating every night. Seems to be, engaging and had seemed to kind of be understanding it and be with it. And I remember even last night he was kind of there, and I remember him playing music at some point. So I'm not sure about that. I can. He's not a member of the group that Robin and you guys are on Facebook, is he?
I don't know, Connie, is he? We can't hear you. Connie, we can't hear you. She's got herself muted.
I was just going to show y'all that dictionary really quick. It's
Okay.
just to show you what it looks like. It's that Omaha Ponca online dictionary. And I have another screenshot. That's the front page. This right here, you can search by, you could browse or you can search specific words by either Omaha or English. And you can click on the word as in that, and it will pronounce it for you. And let's see, it is at omahaponca.unl.edu/Omaha. I don't know if y'all see that or not either, but that's the address. It's hard to find the camera.
Okay, so
yeah,
UNL put it out.
So it's pretty big. Yeah,
And
it
the
did.
UNL, that's the University
Absolutely.
of Lincoln,
I'm gonna
Nebraska.
check that
That's
group,
what,
Eagle.
okay. And
Right.
like I said,
Yeah, that's where I
I
got
think
my
he got,
Ponca book from.
yeah, I think he got offended last night because when I take a break and I come back, you know, he's still trying to continue to play his music. And I said, go ahead, let's get started now where we left off.
Yeah, I don't
He's not
think,
in there, Eagle.
yeah, I don't think
He's not in our group.
I think that, you know, when he was playing stuff, you just said, all right, let's get started. But you certainly, you know, which is fine because we needed to. But yeah, I don't remember you saying or interacting him with in any way that really should have offended someone, you know.
But but when you notice, that's after I said that to him, that's when he got upset, and then he just clicked off. He didn't say bye or nothing. He just clicked off. So I hope he's okay. You know, I thought we were. I mean, he seemed really active. You know, like really active in what we're doing, and you know, he does have some knowledge of stuff, and that I believe that he could have really further advanced himself. And then I don't know. I felt bad. You know, I was like, man, why would he block me?
Maybe it was an accident or something such like that.
It
Or
could
maybe
be,
he's
but
just, I don't know. I hope he comes back.
Yeah, me too. Because this, when you block somebody on Messenger, you have to block them on Facebook. You see, so he blocked me on both of them. So he must be upset or something. But
I just
like I
checked.
said,
He's not on our, yeah, he's not on our group. So
but
I
remember,
just checked.
he also asked to be on it, and I told him to talk to one of you guys because I don't always know how to do that. You know, or that even though we're all admins on it,
I
but I'm
added
just
2
saying that.
people yesterday.
Well, add them all because we need everybody on it. And
Yep,
like
I
I said,
added
I'm
2
gonna start
people
inviting.
yesterday. So
Okay. And earlier when you guys weren't on, I talked to Garrett I was on there with Garrett for a while, Christy and Chris and Sis. We're gonna start going back over what we did, you know, like tonight. We're gonna do a little bit on it's gonna be on relationships, but at the same time I'm gonna go back more in depth on like how I showed you, Chris. Because every one of these do that, not just the father and the mother. All of them do that, but those two, what I showed you, were the hardest ones, I believe. And that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, yeah, covering it again, you know, always helps because when we've gone back over things, I've picked up things that I missed. So I never mind doing that. There's always more to pick up.
Christy, is there anything else tonight that we're gonna do something new, then we're gonna go back over relationships you might wanna do or learn?
I won't be able to be on tonight. We have a play at the Lead Center, but I will be on tomorrow. You said you're going to be on tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what
Christy,
time was
so
that tomorrow?
I'm gonna get on tomorrow, probably about 11 to 1 p.m. and then also back on. Who's that little baby?
This is my youngest. We're getting ready to go to Grandpa's house. She's already changed her outfit 3 times.
I'm going to Papa's house.
Okay, good. Okay, so listen, tomorrow about 11 to 1, and then also from 6 to 8 in the evening.
Okay, then I will be on tomorrow, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.
Going to
Okay, Christy, I hope I cleared up anything for you on there. Appreciate you.
Yeah, that did help a lot, and I will definitely be looking up that UNL thing too. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
You too. All
Yeah.
right. Bye.
All right.
You see, I'll tell you the thing that I want more than anything, Chris and sister.
Yeah.
I want that thing from James Owen Dorsey because he has the recordings of actual Ponca that could and Omahas that couldn't even speak the English. They didn't know no English. You know, they spoke either Omaha or Ponca or many other different languages like Lakota or Dakota or Pawnee or Oto. Or, you know, they didn't just speak one language. There is nobody that was a one-trick pony. Everybody spoke multiple language fact.
Was those the ones? Those aren't the ones I was talking about earlier, are they?
No,
The ones
they
that
were made in
everybody had
they were,
cassette tapes of? Okay.
no, these are made in 1880. The ones you're talking about were in the late 60s of 19th century, the 20th century. When I learned, I feel really bad. I feel bad that he deleted me or blocked me. I was like, thinking, what did I do other than tell him? Because he kept. It's like when I didn't say that, he saw that I was on, but he was just trying to keep his music on, and then until I finally had to say, let's get started. You know, so no.
Oh yeah, and you've had to say that with other people. Okay, let's mute the mic, or and you've said that to him before about the music, which I don't mind him messing around during a break or something to be entertaining. But once when we're getting started back, you're letting the class know because you weren't really you didn't make a big deal out of it. You didn't do it in an insulting way to me at all. It was just like, okay, let's get started. That's no big
And
deal.
man, I love music. You know what I mean? He plays violin. I played violin, and Emily played violin. Actually, Emily and I want to get back into the violin. If we get time today, I'm probably gonna go ahead and try to see what I can look at. You know, 'cause I'm really interested in getting back into the violin.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably
he's done.
sound bad though.
Yeah, like when you taught us the song the other night, you took a break, and during the song, he started putting music to the song really quick, and I was like, oh wow, that's pretty good, pretty neat that he jumped on that. But yeah, the only times you said things to him are like when he started pronouncing things not specifically the Ponca way. He would kind of fall back to the other things he'd learned, but once again, you were just pulling, reminding him of, hey, he's pulling from that wrong way of pronunciation, and it's a little different. But yes, I'm not really sure what it might be. If I'll mention it to Robin when she gets home. Just let her know what happened, see if she's got any ideas.
Yeah, I ain't got a clue. And then everything he said in Lakota and Dakota, I mean, he didn't say nothing I didn't know. You know, I know them languages.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I don't know. I can't please everybody.
Yeah. It's funny. It was interesting today, you going over the having that consonants have glottal stops. I didn't know that. For some reason, I was thinking that was just on, just with the A and the E and things like that. Because I'd seen you write things out, but I didn't really put that together. So that helped me today. Actually, last night, speaking of that, I had more of a breakthrough. Finally, I started getting the Ponca articles. I finally started getting an idea of what they're supposed to do, because that had beat me up until then. But it's like when we were going over it, then it's like, oh, it finally started making some sense.
Where's my bag? My backpack. And you know, like I said, and even with Sister Barbara, I felt like maybe I hurt her feelings that day, but I had a long talk with her by herself too, though. And I told her last night, Connie, was you on there with us when we were talking? These ones in there.
Connie might have dropped. I saw her screen kind of freeze up a little bit.
She is going through like they might be. You're over there in North Carolina. She's in Georgia. Are you guys facing any hurricane type stuff or no?
No, everything should be good. Everything I know.
Okay, listen, let's go back to that blackboard or whiteboard and let
Okay.
me try to get this. Let me hang on, put my phone back on the charger real quick.
I'll tell you what. Let me tell you what I think I know about the Ponca articles, just to make sure I'm on the right track. The way they struck me is they're like an English "the," but they're far more descriptive. They give us far more information, and they do three things. They'll tell us if something's singular or plural, animate or inanimate, and then also the state of the object we're talking about, whether it be in a group or lying down or something like that. So it actually tells us three different things. It can tell us ultimately three different things. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You probably understand that better. Can you repeat that to her? I'm gonna mute myself so you can repeat that to her because that was brilliant what you just said. A lot of people don't even get that what you just said. He's gonna tell
Okay.
you something, sis. So listen.
All right. Last night, I've been struggling with the articles, and it hit me kind of what they do. They're like an English "the," but "the" is very generic for us. But the articles do three major things. They tell us if an object is singular or plural. That's the first thing. The second thing is the object inanimate or animate. And the third thing is the state of the object, whether it's in a group or it's the only one of its kind, or if it's lying or sitting, something like that. So it's like those articles can do up to those three different types of things.
You know, that's pretty awesome. That is really awesome. Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
That I fought with that. That I really since we got sent that since we shared that page so we could read it from the dictionary, it has just beat me up. I never could quite get what's going on. And then something that was said last night when we went back over it, it finally started clicking together. So that took a load off of me.
Yeah, I've been thinking of them more like a prefix, and then you would have your base word or whatever, and then more like a prefix, but it's like a descriptive sort of. But
Right.
that's helpful. That's super helpful.
Oh, great.
Brother, you might make a notation of that. I like the way you said that. Maybe print it out so that we could pass it out to our other people. Yes. I like the way he said that. Like I said, and when you guys you can tell when I speak, I'm not educated, by any means. I'm trying to get educated at 44 years old, but I'm going to get my associate degree at 44, and I'm really thankful. And I'm trying my best so that I could do better in my teaching.
No, I think you've been doing fine, and making it relatable. I have, yeah, it's helped that I can talk a little bit with Robin, and I can say, hey, what do you think that means? Or she can say that to me. So we can kind of like put our heads together a little bit to sort through something we just covered or are looking at. So I think we have a little bit of advantage there, being two of us side by side, hearing the same thing at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys, what do you got? Okay. Listen, Chris, let's figure out what we're going to go over tonight. We're going to go back over relationships, but we're going to add on to it. But I want to go over something else.
Okay.
What about what you and Robin were talking about? What you could say to each other? Let's start writing that down.
Yeah. because we were actually talking about that today a little bit, because we have certain things we say to each other all the time, and we were thinking, hey, it'd be nice if we start saying that in Ponca to each other, just to get used to saying little things of the language on a more common daily basis.
Okay.
Hey,
That's Kurt.
Yeah, I was just kind of pointing out that we try to do the same thing. I have poster board all over my house. I have white stickers. I have unakure on my microwave. I have like the word for telephone. I have, just words everywhere. If I have a clock on the wall, which I do, the word clock is stuck to the wall underneath of it. I don't even care if it's on the wall. I'm just trying to get it. Dishwasher, I have little signs on magnets for clean or dirty, like schnabe, or I think it's usihi. And when it's dirty, I put the dirty word schnabe on there. And then when it's clean, I put that on there so that we can tell the difference. And also, every time I see it, it helps for me to
that's a
learn the
good
word
idea.
a little bit.
I think about that, kind of spreading it out a little bit.
Yeah, poster boards are great. Yeah.
Okay, so on this thing tonight, Chris, are we gonna say things to say to each other, or like in a relationship type of each other,
Um,
or both?
a little bit of both. I mean, I'll tell you some of the things Robin and I always say. I'm always asking her, what's the temperature going to be today? Because I always miss it for some reason. She always asks me, what are you making for dinner? Because I make lunch and dinner, so she'll ask me what I'm making for dinner. What else? We do a lot of questions like that. But also wouldn't mind having something like good, or that sounds good. That's one we use a lot. Some things like that, just things, people banter back and forth with each other. That's kind of common.
Quiet because I'm writing. Okay, well, you
Yeah,
guys
go
are
ahead and
from
make some little signs. I'm sorry, go ahead.
where you guys are from? What do you guys consider dinner and supper the same thing? Because in Oklahoma, they're not the same thing.
Oh, yeah, I guess here we kind of consider, I've heard it both ways for the evening meal. Usually supper is more of it's more of a family night meal, and dinner is a little more sounding structured, but they both essentially mean the same meal. We typically just say dinner, but and lunch is lunch.
Okay, I'm gonna put, what are you making for breakfast, lunch, supper? And you and Robin are married, correct?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so like Sister Connie and her husband, they're married. So you guys won't say I love you the same way. Like, see, Emily and I, we're not married, but if I told Emily I love her, I say "Stawide, stawide, stawide." Now that you guys are married, there's two ways to say it. You can say, I'm gonna write it out. Hang on. No, either. I said E. It's like really ugly. love you. Only married people. Can use these words. The first one says, be with there. Be with there. The second one's, don't we there. Don't we there. Like you can say, Robin, don't we there. Robin, I love you. Oh my God, yes. Be careful.
Okay.
Do you guys have them down?
Yeah. So I would say the we they to Robin.
Yeah, and if it's easier for you to say, I would go with whatever word I can say easier.
Okay.
Yeah,
Also, I can
don't
use
we
either
there.
word.
Either one.
Okay.
Those are both for only husband and wife can say that to each other.
Okay. And neither one is a masculine or feminine form.
Neither one is it's for both.
Okay.
You guys got that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now go ahead, try to say the first one, Chris.
Poide.
Dang, we there. Remember it's
P.
that ink.
That's like E. Pe. So pe we they. Poide.
Be we there. Be we
Poide.
there. Be we
Poide.
there. Yes. Now
Poide.
say the second word.
Dawide.
Now remember, there's nothing holding that back. Don't we there. Don't we there. Don't we there. There's nothing
Dawide.
holding that one back. It's gonna go up. Don't we there.
Dawide.
Yeah, like that. You said that like good.
Dawide.
Sister. Yeah. I like use that one. You sounded really good.
Okay.
And let me tell you, this word here, this word here is almost obsolete. They don't hardly ever use that word no more. The few that love, they'll go with this one. So maybe we can bring this. Maybe we can bring this one back. No
Yeah.
either.
I think there's something to be said for if there's two ways to say it, to at least learn the easiest to kind of get it in there and get it to have it said.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead, sister.
Okay, doke. Pay we they and don we they.
Okay, when you say it on the other ones, paint we there. Paint,
Pay we they. Okay.
paint we there.
Pay we they.
Just remember
Got to
this
get
on
that
that. You got to
nasal
stop
I.
that P sound. That's what that P
Yeah.
gets stopped like paint, paint.
P.
And then
P.
paint we there. You
P
can
we
raise this.
they.
Look, there's no stop here. You can raise. Paint we there.
Right. P
Paint
we
we
they.
there.
P we they.
Yeah.
P we
Yeah,
they.
you said it good. They say the other one.
I'm a Ponca.
Yeah, you are. The second one now. They
Don
go
we
on their
they.
way. Yeah.
Pardon? Okay.
They gone the way number. They gone the way number. That means the second one now.
They got they way number. It's
Yeah.
on page 135 of the verb book if you want to know. If you got your book.
Yeah. But it doesn't have that don't we there though. Does it? Sis, I can't hear you. Page what?
I'm sorry, it's page 135. I'm sorry, I thought you heard me. Yeah, I don't see that. I have, of course, I'm in over here in Omaha.
Yeah, but that don't got that we there, does it?
No, everything starts with an X. Exchawada. But this
Okay.
is just plain,
Okay.
I
You
love
guys
you,
got this?
you
I'm
love
gonna
you,
erase
she.
it. I'm gonna erase
Oh,
this.
there's water.
Okay.
Dawi, they hold on.
Is it okay
I'm
to
looking at it wrong.
erase this? Well then. Okay.
I should go ahead and write that in, right? In the page 135.
Okay, hold on real quick. Okay, listen on this real quick. She's writing down some stuff that comes from that Omaha verb book. And remember, our language is damn near identical. So you could use that. So get on that whiteboard. I'm gonna pause real quick. I gotta make a phone call. And the sister, you guys unmute yourselves and talk to each other. And she wants you to write something down. Can you get on that whiteboard and show him? Do you know how yet? Connie?
I'm not sure, but I'll try.
Okay, I'm
I
gonna
will
mute
try. I
myself.
think I've seen it. I've brought it up before.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
Okay, doke.
So beyond the
Grab
books that
another
are in there,
page here.
there's also a verb book we could use.
Yes,
Is that right?
correct. It is
All right.
called, right, it's called 500 Verbs in Omaha. And it's by Alice Sasorsi, Saunsoki, Sonsoki, Soci.
It's fantasy.
You can get it from the, yeah, I can't pronounce things. But yeah, you can, I think, didn't I get this from the University of Nebraska? I think I
You can get
did.
that off anything.
But it's
You
a
get it
great
off the
book.
university. You gotta if you want to find it cheaper, there's all kind of places cheaper than that. I got mine for like $8.
Wow.
So
Yeah, you
some of
can
it's gonna
find it
be
like that
higher.
on discount books.
Yeah.
Yeah, look up discount book websites. I got one book. I believe I got the other Omaha book like that. I got lucky. Do you see how worn out mine is? But all you really do in here is you can look up whatever you're looking for and just say the word love, and it will give you the different verb variations of the words. And I'm pretty sure you can't see this. I'm going to try. I don't know if I'm, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
move over. It's hard because it goes backwards. There it is. Is that better? Can you see a little bit?
Yeah, just a
Just to
little
get
like
the idea, maybe.
yeah, I get the idea
Yeah.
of the columns. Yeah.
Right. That's exactly. And it says love. And then we have I love him, you love him, she or he loves him, we love him. Then it goes like I love you, I love us, I love them, you love me. Kind of like Barney. Then we have like you love us, you love them, she loves me. So we have the whole potato here. Let's see. It is in Omaha. The writing is in Omaha, so you have to kind of do a little bit of writing translation, but it's not hard at all. It is not hard at all. They'll write like TH inside of a word, and we know automatically that's going to be that D with the line that everybody has trouble with. So we, they is written WITHE here, and it should be as WID with a line through it, E. So let me see if I can do this. See if I can whiteboard. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try this whiteboard deal. Oh, it doesn't give me the option for it. I have a marker. Let's see if I can do this. So this I love you. Okay, and Ponca, it's going to be WIDE. And then on this book, it's going to be, and that translates. So in the book, the Ponca version should be, let's see if I can get this here. Come on, do you go up or down? I'm stuck. Oh my gosh, I'm frozen. Okay. Nope. Down. Over. Over. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a
You say
delay.
it's all backwards and I cannot.
Right.
Yeah, I'm very, very delayed. But
Yeah,
let's
I
see,
see
back
that.
some.
All right.
Yeah, okay, I love you there. And then the WID with a line through it, E, that's the Ponca way.
Right.
Let me see if I can get this to work a little bit. Okay, we, they is the way, WITHE is the way that it is spelled in this verb book. And the TH, all we have to do is translate it to that D right there. I don't know.
Okay.
It's so hard to get it perfect. Aha.
Yeah.
So, and that's really little things like that is all you have to do. They'll write like a vowel with an ogonek on it, like a nasal letter, and they'll write it with like a little N beside it, and we just transfer that vowel to the ogonek, like the O with a little ogonek on it. They call it a sedalia, but it's an ogonek. I think Eagle calls it a sedalia, but it's an ogonek.
Okay.
No biggie. I mean, if you're looking it up, it might make a difference. Let's see, where are we at? I'm not sure. Let's see what they. All of that too, I'm not sure is in the dictionary. It's like you have to go between the two, and you have to kind of like see if they're correlated at all. And the dictionary, I think you've probably heard, has a Ponca version. I mean, you can look up by Ponca word, or you can look up by English word. But the Ponca side is very much more complete.
Some words you have to look up on the Ponca side.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta know how to spell it.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to listen and try to get it. Like when you're doing microwave, it's ooh-ha, kude. So you go in the Ponca side and you'd say ooh-ha. So double O sounds like a U. So you would just run over to the U's in the Ponca side, and that actually helps me. If I hear a word and I don't know how to find it or what it means, you know, like the ooh, the, it's actually U, D with a line through it, and then an E. Because, oh, I'm sorry, A, it's a nasal A. But yeah, I'm sorry.
Udon.
Yeah, udon. My husband sometimes does those nasal A's better than I do. I don't put my force into them. That is actually, to me, I find that between the poster boards, and I mean, I have just about everything labeled salt, pepper, you name it. It's really helpful. And then, you know, my husband and I will come up with like a phrase of the day, sort of. You know, what's for dinner, like you were mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what we do. And I'm not that well versed either. So I hope you'll forgive me, but that's just kind of what we have found works for us. And when you walk around the house and you see these words like every day, when you go to open the microwave and you see it on the microwave, boom, you just remember it. You know, like when the dishwasher says clean or dirty, you just remember it eventually. And verbs are hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be. They can be. Especially when you're like us and we're English speakers. I guess you're an English speaker by first language. So am I.
Yeah, this is really the only language I've ever
yeah.
tried to learn. I mean, I know a few words of
Yeah.
Japanese, but I can't really work with it. But this is the first time I've actually tried to learn a language.
Right.
So it doesn't. Robin's better at this than I am. This is but I like the idea of the the dishwasher doing the clean dirty. I think that's a fun idea. That,
Yeah.
yeah, things like that could be useful. Just you get used to seeing them so much, you start thinking about that name without questioning it in your head. Not doing no translation. It's just that's that thing.
hmm Also, I think for me, learning the base word, and then let's go for the the verbs and all that stuff and the articles. I think that helps too. If I can pick out the main word, I think that really helps. Okay. Yeah. That whiteboard is not even an option. It will not come up. And any other time it comes up, I notice. Lucky us.
Yeah, I'm not
But
sure how
maybe
Rob.
maybe in that group that I know Eagle's not going to speak with us now. I'll figure that out finally. But in that chat group, we could make notes, and if someone's not there, we can just share them as a file on that chat group, and then whomever wants to grab them can grab them, screenshot them. I mean, I can PDF them pretty easy. I can make them into a printable format.
Right.
It's not hard. So that was, if we could make some legible notes, because Eagles are not. This is so funny.
I'm
I'm
starting to
almost
get used to
done.
his
Give me a
handwriting.
second.
I'm talking about you, brother, man. You're scribbledy dibbledy. Talking about making legible notes that we could pass along to each other and share.
I can't do it on that whiteboard. It's too hard to do it. But if I can write on the regular
Yeah,
board,
no, I meant
on my
somebody
computer, I
jotting
can
down the
do it.
notes. That's why I said you're too scribbly. Scott said the word chicken comes to mind. It's thundering. Oh my gosh. Ooh,
Yeah, I can
that was
hear
a
it
big
in
one.
mine. Yeah. Yeah. What I do is I'll quickly write down our notes at night. I'll do it on, handwrite it. And then the next day I type it up from my computer. Because that way, if I'm writing it when I'm hearing it,
Oh, yeah.
it's something to link it. But then if I'm doing it on the then if I do it on the keyboard and type my notes up, it makes me go back through every single word and look at where, where am I putting the markers and things like that. It makes me say it again in my head to make sure I know, I don't just, because I could just scan these in and be done with it, but I'm just going through the process of retyping it just to add one more
That's
layer of repetition to
brilliant.
it.
Brilliant.
And
Good job. Brilliant.
I need that. Robin can get away without doing that. I can't. I have to, because she hasn't had time yet to type the first thing or go over any notes because of her work. Because she comes in, the moment she comes in the door, we eat dinner and then walk in here. And then that's pretty much, then after that, we bathe and, have like an hour to go to bed. So she hasn't had time the whole week to write anything, but she can remember it better than I can. So I need this far more than she does. The
I agree.
repetition.
I'm like you. I'm like you.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, you're frozen. What'd Chris say? I
Why am
didn't
I
hear
so
what he
big?
said. Because you're the only one on
Oh,
there.
me? Oh, I noticed that. Why am I here all by myself? How do I fix it? I don't want to be.
What did Chris? What
I
did
didn't.
Chris say? I didn't hear him.
Huh?
What did Chris say?
Oh. Oh, he was talking about Robin being better at absorbing things than he is, and he goes on to type everything after class to make sure that he can say it again in his head, and it reiterates what he's learned that night. So he types all his notes up, which is great. I think it's brilliant.
I think it's brilliant too. Well, that's what I used to do, but man, I fell all the way off.
I gotta install that keyboard you guys got me last night, or Barbara did.
I
Then I
couldn't
will
get
be
it to work,
happy.
and now all of a sudden it works because Brent, they say
It's
he's a
working
brilliant
now.
It works now, but before he
He
was
probably is. Yeah.
what do they call it? Remote. He had my computer. He had access to everything on the computer. Is that remote or ghosted me or what? I don't know what the heck you call it.
I think ghosting is where like you start talking to somebody and they just drop you. So I guess that's what happened. You got ghosted.
Okay.
There you are.
You're
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. I
Yay.
because I was talking and then I finished talking and it was really quiet. And I thought, that's kind of odd. And then I noticed, hey, Connie's not moving. Okay. So then I had to remember what Robin did because she's always the one to kind of work the computer. So I had to stop and figure that out.
Hey, at least you figured it out. That's great.
Yeah.
We were missing you.
Yeah.
Trying this again.
Huh?
Okay, now I'm in pairing mode again. Now I'm pairing again. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I left my mic on, guys. I apologize. I was trying to get my headset to work and it's not working. I honestly think it's dead.
Okay, let me try something else. All of a sudden now it died on me. Oh my gosh, going back.
Oh, Eagle, I could not get that blackboard to work or that whiteboard. I couldn't get it. I didn't even have the option to pull it up when I hit the little three dots. No option.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just use my notebook. Sorry about my hair, y'all.
Yeah. Typing, I'm noticing typing in this whiteboard is really kind
Why
of
is it doing that?
It's kind of awkward. It's like every time you click, it wants you to start just typing and then be done. It's like it doesn't let you go back to where you were. Like you can't type somewhere else and then come back to a previous thing. It's a little bit awkward, honestly. I can see how you're having trouble with that.
Man, I'm having trouble. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah. I'm fine with you writing if that's what it needs, if you want to do that, like I said, I'm okay with that too.
Oh my God, I did it again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with taking a screenshot, and then if I need to copy later, I can do that too. So even though you are scribbly,
But we're
It's
getting
only
used
because
to
I'm
it.
on this whiteboard. Okay, let's see here. I just figured something out. I
What's
gotta
that?
write this down before. You gotta put that cedilla on before I put that accent marker. I mean, I gotta put that accent marker on before I put that cedilla on there. Otherwise, it ain't gonna work. I punched him, mother.
That is so tiny.
Hold on, you'll see it here in a minute. I'm just well,
Is there any way to share a file on this thing? Did we ever figure that out?
they said there is, but no one has ever showed me yet.
I don't know either. I've never used this, but I can certainly. I'll make a note and we'll. Because if you have notes, Eagle, and you want me to try to type them up in the morning, I'd be more than happy to give that a shot for you.
Sis,
I mean,
sis,
just
listen, you can get on there and be by yourself.
who me?
Yeah, to practice it. That's what I've been
Oh
trying to do, get
yeah,
on there and practice it.
yep. Oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, because I have some macros on my Word program that I made, like we were talking about the other day. And then if we could learn how to share files, we could have them typed up and share them, and people wouldn't have to, take time to copy. Maybe we could just, keep moving and be a little more fluent. But I mean, I don't mind
We're
either
gonna
way. I
get
was
there.
just throwing it out there,
No,
just throwing
no,
it out.
sis, we need to do it. I hate it. Like I could type everything on my phone except for, like I told you, except for the D with a slash through it.
I do think there is a little bit of benefit to having to write it down on notes, because it does, as you're talking and I'm seeing it, it's making me mentally reprocess it again, because I'm not just sitting there listening and I may or may not catch it. By having to physically write it down, it makes sure I see every, little thing that's been written, and it's another place to reemphasize is to have to write it. So that's something I don't mind doing.
Oh my God. Okay, so the E, then I gotta move there, then back here.
Well, my only reason kind of for saying that too is sometimes when he's writing through no fault of his own, of course, like if he's writing, let's say there's a glottal stop and then there's an acute mark, sometimes they get confused. Like I can't really tell, is that a glottal stop or an acute mark? I know the difference, but of course, it just kind of gets blurred there, and you can't tell sometimes which words are connected. Like if that's an entire word, if that's
Yeah,
two
that's true.
words and they're just too close together. That's really, the only thing that I have any problems with at all. And then I can always look it up, but then some people can't.
Keep talking, sis. Oh, sis, can you see it now? Sis, but your whiteboard, you gotta blow it up to be able to see it. Because if I put it small, I won't be able to hardly see it either.
Yeah, I can see it.
What does
Yeah.
it say?
Yeah, I have to do the little 2-finger thing. I can see it. Just
Oh my God, they got meat pies, but I don't need them right now. Okay, that's it.
damn, I want a meat
Read what
pie.
it says to me. Read what it says, sis.
What'd you say, hon?
Read what it says.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Atashti made ukashka ahiaji made nai nai.
You said it right. No. It's almost like you're saying
Nai.
the German no. No, 9. You said it right.
Oh, that's no. Okay, I thought you were saying I said it wrong. I was like, no.
No,
Cool.
9.
Nine.
Like the German
Like
word,
I'm
9.
telling a kid.
Like in
I'm
German,
telling
when
a
they
kid
say
no.
no, they say 9. 9.
Nine.
That's the same damn way as Mama
Right.
saying that. Use your dictionary. Tell me what that
Okay.
says.
Okay. So did I get the whole thing right or wrong or parts of it or
We can
just that
figure it
one
out.
word I got right? And I'm almost there. N-A. N-A-D. N-A.
Oh,
Wow.
I stubbed my toe.
No, it's not in here unless it's in the wrong order, possibly. Nausea. I have N-A. Na. Action done by use of the feet or na or device. N-A. And not, and then it goes to Namba. Namda, excuse me, which is a good smell. Nambe. It's not in here unless it's I mean I can look up like no.
Chris, can you see that still on the whiteboard, or do I take it down?
Yeah, it's gone.
Put it back up. Can you see it? I'm gonna make it real big. I want you guys to
Oh, I see it.
write it out. I'm gonna make it back big and hand write it
I
out,
see
and then I'm
it. You
gonna take
gotta
it off.
yeah. Oh no, only thing it says for no is onkaji. Onkaji.
Okay, listen, write the whole thing out with
That's
your
all it
hand so I
has.
can take this down.
Oh, I did.
Take it down.
Yeah, one more word.
Chris, are you writing it down?
Yeah, I've got it.
I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna take it down. Okay, look. The only way that you're gonna be able to do that on that with Chris is gonna be a little more different. Since you don't got the dictionary yet, you would still be able to like that Omaha deal. Remember what she was telling you? You might be able to find it in there using that, but even then, that's
I didn't think of that.
probably not.
Mhm.
Okay, now figure it out. Start from the very first word, sister, and then go through it.
Alrighty, I had to turn my volume up. I didn't know I was doing all of it.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the whiteboard. You guys have that, but start using your dictionary, sister, and don't
Okay,
use nothing but that.
I got my dictionary right here. No verb book. I have it, but I'm not going to use it. Atashti, atashti, atashti. That's it. That's better. Okay. Should I list the words as I'm finding them?
Go ahead.
Atashti means sometimes, at times, or now and then. So, yeah, that's my problem is with another one that I have is with the sentence structure because it is nowhere near English. Mate. I swear. Mate. No, that's not the same word. This is hard.
Okay, keep looking for him, sister.
I'm still going.
Okay, Chris, you see the whiteboard where I put up?
Yes.
Okay, she's got a dictionary. You don't got one, so I'm gonna help you out by that. So read it back. Read it to me what it says.
Um, as far as just try and pronounce it.
No, just tell me what authority means.
Yeah, the first one you said is sometimes. Sometimes.
That's right.
Like sometimes, and then you've got December on there. Is that that's
the
both?
month of December. That's how you say it. Ma
Okay.
de Usconska.
I got you.
Ma de
Okay.
Usconska. That means December.
Right. So sometimes December hasn't came, snow, and usually.
Remember, ahiaji can mean hasn't come or hasn't arrived. It can mean some
Okay.
people translate it either way.
Gotcha. Okay. But for to make it sound right in English, it almost has to be. We kind of go from right to left when we're with the way it flows.
Usually it does.
Okay.
But remember, anytime that you see a word like sometimes or anything, that will always be first. So you would start off with sometimes.
Okay. Make a little note of that.
Or if we had, instead of autanti, if we had deganti, that deganti means right now. Or if I say ichant, that means now. Or itant means now. Or I say ite, that means now. You would always start with those first,
Okay.
no matter what. So go ahead and look at it, Sister Barbara. I mean, Sister Connie.
Sometimes.
Thank you in the name of Jesus. Give us not follow the
December.
Yeah, I only got a couple of those, man. I was looking like I got sometimes. So Mare Ushkashka is December.
Oh, sorry.
Man, my notes are messy.
Make it make
Hey,
sense
Eagle.
in English. Yeah.
Ahioji. When I looked that up, it just said more or less came, like something came. And then you have hasn't came. Is that something that I miss
Because of
in
this
here?
right here.
Or?
That's a negative particle.
Yeah. Okay. And then I couldn't find that.
Okay.
I was trying to look at them separately.
What page? What page in the dictionary is it that says the came?
Yeah. Aji, I don't find either. I found Ushkashka. No, I'm sorry, Ahirji in one word. That's one of my problems too, is I can't tell if it's one word or two.
That's 2 words.
It's like, yeah, I can't tell. So I'm looking up one whole word and then it's like, well, is it 2 words?
So when I teach you the language, you're gonna start getting better. So where'd you find ahi at?
I'm looking, I found, where's it go? I think it's going to be on 50 for the whole thing I got.
Page
Ahirji.
50
Yeah.
in the dictionary?
But see, it's not there. Yes. Ahi is page 50 and it says, came there, came to that place, came here, they came here again. and then I came here, but those are like different variations. Ati means came
I don't see
here.
it.
Truly.
Tell me where it's at.
Page 50, right hand side. Oh, there's several. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. Oh, I see.
Okay, read
He, is
off
that the
to me.
same word? Which one? Okay, the top one.
Hey,
He
look,
with the
now look,
he.
you got
It's like the nasal.
you got ahi, baji.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I do. You're right. That's absent, not present.
Okay, so
He
you told me,
baji.
you said you didn't understand why it says hasn't came or haven't arrived it, because it came because you're not reading it right. It says it's
Yeah, I'm
absent,
not.
not present at a
Okay.
certain place. It says did not
Okay.
come here, did not come there. I'm trying to get you to understand
Question.
this, so I want you
Sure.
to succeed.
No,
Is what I'm trying to tell you.
thank you. Ahi baji is. It looks like you've written ahi aji.
Because it's correct. It's a different tense.
Okay. Okay. So how does the B come into play? I'm not quite.
Be
It
pluralizes.
says
It's either
ahi.
third person singular or it's third person plural. In this case, it works as both places plural, so we're not using that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna try to get that in. Thank you. I'm gonna sit here and try to get it to work.
Yeah, I wanted to ask where we have the word for hasn't come. I know you underlined the aji, which is like means the negative of. I thought.
Okay, because if you have ahi, it means it came or it arrived. As you
Okay.
say ahi, so what does that mean? It hasn't came.
Okay. I I think I put something down because I was thinking it had an M. The negative it was maji with an M-A-Z-I instead of just the A-Z-I. Did we drop the M?
Okay, so before we go any further, both of you are on it, but you're not getting it. Okay, the maji means I not. If I say ahi maji, it means I haven't came yet or I haven't arrived yet. If I say ahi aji, that means it could literally mean that you haven't came yet or you haven't arrived, but I would have to say dahi aji.
Okay.
So when we go to that, look right here.
I got my other pen too. Yay. Sorry, volume's on.
You guys see that right here, what I just wrote?
Yes.
Okay, maji means I not or I don't or I didn't. Aji means you didn't or you don't or you won't. Baji means he, she, or it doesn't or does not. Baji means we didn't or they didn't or we not, they not. This is the I form. This is the you form. You can't see my little U right there, but that's you. And this here is third person plural and third person singular here. They're negative articles.
I got you. I didn't realize what we were doing. Okay. I'm down.
No, but you got to understand
Because we
because
have,
it says ahiachi. I'm trying to
I'm
get you to
trying.
understand.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking over here, like on page 32 in the front of the book. You know, the word Nike, first person, second person Nike, and third person Nike. And I'm kind of getting where it's going now, like what it has. There's but yeah, sort of like possessive, singular, that kind of thing. It's hard
You
because my
wrote down
brain's
your
going to prefixes and suffixes.
Kristen is still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Did you get that down? Okay, for the verb conjugation, the I, the you, third person singular, the we, the you plural, and also for the third person plural. Those are the only three words that are used. So for the you plural, it would not use aji, it would take on the form of baji. Then we'll get into that later. But since you asked that question, and both of you, she asked that Baji and you asked Maji, I wrote those so that you guys would understand.
Okay. So when it
But when
comes
you
to
say
the
ahi, that just means it hasn't came yet.
I'm looking really quick, Eagle. It says first person, second person, third person, singular and plural. First person B and second person NA. So the first person would add a B and then the rest of the word would follow. Second person
Okay,
would add
what
an.
page are you on?
I am on page
What page?
17.
Okay, hang on.
Very first example. Sure, first chart. But I think that's coming into play here. I think I found.
I don't even have no play. That ain't got nothing to do with what we're doing here. I'm like, whoa, where's she going with that? I don't even know what she's talking about.
Oh
Okay,
gosh.
look.
Well, you're adding a B and then you're adding the N for Naji or Aji, Baji.
Yeah, but those are
I
what they
just
call
thought,
negative articles. Some people call them negative articles, and some people call them negative particles.
okay. I just thought it was kind of along the same lines there. Okay, my bad. I'm
You know, since
confusing
what you're
people. Let's move on.
looking at, and I'm trying to get you guys to translate this.
I'm digging around and trying. Trust me.
I'm gonna erase some of that because it's looking real crazy. Okay, and that's an I right here. Yeah, no, this is an I right there too. I'm sweating. That one. Now remember, this is hard to do what I'm doing. I'm just trying to challenge you guys by giving you exact words that it could be what it's got. It's smoke. That tastes different. What is it? Smoke.
So do you think at this point it's challenging to me because I don't truly understand the sentence structure, so I can't really put it into like,
Brother, neither does she.
okay. But that's what you expected of us, right? You didn't really expect us to follow it too well to reconstruct it into an English sentence.
I know that both of you are brilliant. I ain't got no doubt in my mind. But when you use all these words right here, sometimes December hasn't come yet, snow, usually, or possibly, or always. What that translates to, Altansti male uskanskant. Hiaji male na. Sometimes before December, it snows. Write that down, and I want you guys to think about it. You guys are brilliant. A lot of my students haven't been where you guys were at or Robin's at.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, that's interesting
that
we had a this sometimes it does sometimes doesn't. We're talking about it doesn't snow, but yet in the translation we don't have the doesn't. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. And so sometimes, like I said, it's like it don't even really make sense in English. But with the words I gave you, you have to make it sound, even if you got to piece it together. But just knowing that Altansti is the first word that will be said. And I'm gonna get to them kind of sentences later.
Right.
But I'm only gonna do that on these kind of special classes because I believe that you guys have the potential to go way further than some of these guys, and I mean that in a good way because everybody's at different levels, but sometimes our educational level and our IQ far exceeds it. And then sometimes they might have something in their way of learning or teaching that might teach us something because we think we're too well, we're up here, but we're not really. And that's what makes us a team. All of us combined in our different styles of learning, different educational backgrounds, it'll get there.
Yeah, I've noticed that sometimes when people ask questions, it's one of those, when they ask it, it's like, oh yeah, that is a good point. I wish I'd thought of that. So it's brought things to light to me that I didn't think about asking, but I really needed to know.
Yes. I'm sitting here on fire. So before I go, Kristen, just remind me, Chris, that there's going to be sentences with certain types of words that, even though it goes left to right, that first word will always be spoken in English first. And autonomy is one of them right now.
Oh, okay. I think one of the tough parts is we're covering a lot of words, and it's like I'm getting concepts, but I don't know that I can remember all the words we're covering because we're covering a lot. It's like I depend on my notes a lot too. When I see something, it's like, oh yeah, I think I know where I saw that in my notes or what section we covered it, but I might not remember all the words. So I go back, I rifle through them a lot.
Brother, as soon as you guys get that dictionary, you're going to be able to go different places because I can see that you're really repetitive and you're real articulate on how you're taking your notes. So you're going to do fine. But right now, you just got to be a little bit patient. I'll teach you all I can. And anytime you don't understand something, tell me. Then we're going to go over it until we can get you to understand it. Then, like what you did on those articles, print that for all of us. I want a copy of it. I like the way you said that because you generalized them. I liked it.
I'm glad it hit me. I mean, I think that's the way I think. I kind of like group things together. It's just my way of thinking. So, because yeah, there are times I think a lot of people in class can follow some things, and then I'm running behind. It takes me a while to really digest it and see it over and over before I finally start catching on.
Hopefully, you guys will be on tonight at 6 to 8. If you don't mind, sister, could you close us up with a prayer?
I'll give it a shot. All righty, Father, please bless everybody in the group and thank you for having us together and thank you for the technology that allows us to be together. And I pray that we are able to learn as a group and become a family and enjoy the process while we're at it. Thank you. Amen.
I'll see you guys tonight. Be safe, okay?
All right, sounds good. See you tonight.
You too. Bye, sweetheart. Bye.